Hello, I'm Alexander McCall Smith, author of the #1 Ladies Detective Agency series of books. We're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the publication of the first of the books in this series this year, and I've started writing the next one, which is going to be called The Colours of All the Cattle. I've got chapter 1 in this little red notebook. This is the place in which I wrote that first chapter, and I thought I'd read a little bit from that. So here we are, chapter 1 of The Colours of All the Cattle. Mr. J.L.B. Matakoni, owner of Clockweng Road Speedy Motors, and one of the finest, if not the finest mechanics in Botswana, was proud of his wife, Precious Ramotswe. Most men are proud of their wives in one way or another, although not all of them are as vocal in their pride as their wives might like them to be. This is a failing of men, and must be added to the list of men's failings, although all of us have failings and weaknesses, men and women alike, and it's not always helpful to point them out. But of Mr. J.L.B. Matakoni's pride in Maramotswe, there could be little doubt. Sometimes, for instance, he would just look at her in silence and think, there is no other lady quite like Maramotswe in all Botswana. That thought was in itself a source of pride, just as much as it was a comfort to him. To think that of all the women in the country, she should have come into his life. That was a humbling thought, and reminded him of just how great a role sheer chance plays in our lives. It could so easily have been otherwise. She might have decided not to go out on that fateful day they met. She might have gone elsewhere, met somebody else altogether, and married him. And yet she had not. They had met, and he had eventually plucked up enough courage to ask her to be his wife, and she, oh, heaven-sent good fortune, had agreed. As to his pride, there were so many good reasons for this. Maramotswe was a fine-looking woman, a woman of traditional build, a woman of traditional character and views, a woman who expressed all that was praiseworthy in the national character. Yet she was also human. She was not one to condemn other people for not being quite as good as they might be. She was not one to expect unattainable standards. She understood that many of us would like to be better in our personal lives, but somehow cannot seem to make it. She recognized that sometimes the best we could do was simply to muddle through, getting some things right, but also getting many things wrong. She knew all that, and was never too quick to blame or offer reproach. She was forgiving. She did not think that people should be punished too severely for their actions, as long as they acknowledged that what they had done was wrong. If you punished somebody harshly, she said, then you are simply inflicting more pain on this world. You are also punishing not only that person, but their family and the people who love them. You are punishing yourself, really, because we are all brothers and sisters in this world, whether we know that or not. We are all citizens of the same village.